There's time for everything. Time for peace, time to go to war, time to reflect. There's time for everything. I feel like in this current day and age, one has to be very intentional, very mindful about how they spend their time. My name is Emeka Okeke, and this is a day in the life with your boy Big Soouizz.
Bro, y'all stunned. Y'all stunned.
And you're not watching.
You're now watching Soouizz TV.
I wouldn't really consider myself much of a morning person. I think I'm more of a night owl than a morning person. But recently, I found myself actually loving slow mornings. Just mornings where I get to set my intentions for the day, do some work, do some light reading, maybe a word puzzle or so, waking up with my loved one, waking up next to my partner, just feeling the love right off the wake up. There's nothing like it. This is about, you know what it's about. It's about love. I had this moment on my social media where I would always talk about self-love, how much I loved myself. And at this point in time, I was the fattest that I had ever been. I would talk about self-love online, on social media, but whenever I came back home, away from socials, I truly wasn't comfortable in who I was as a person. Like my body, my guts, the whole nine. I was the biggest I had ever been talking about self-love. And it really took me time. It took time for me to realize that this self-love I was speaking of, to feel it on a deeper level, on the level that I wanted other people to feel this conversation, this dialogue, this monologue that I had to share. I had to go back on the drawing board and look deeper into my own self and figure out how I really wanted to show up, how comfortable I wanted to be in my skin. And things like this only take time. You can't rush the process. You can't come up with this entire plan in a day. Even if you do have a plan for how you want to navigate, sometimes life just throws you curveballs and God lets you know, hey, it's time for you to slow down and really think about what you're doing and move with a lot more intention if this is really what you want. Some say time is the healer of all wounds. I say only time will tell. If you show me what you're doing with your time today, I will tell you how your next year is going to end up. I feel like in this day and age, there's so much doing and so much wanting to do, to be this thing, to do this thing that you've had this plan for. And it's great. Obviously, to see your plans through, you have to be able to do the stuff right. But we live in a time now where there's so much information, so much access to do all these things. And it can be totally overstimulating for the mind. And you don't want to be there in a place where you're overstimulated. So it's great to just take out some time to just be. To just be. You don't need to always be doing stuff all the time. Taking out your time to just be, there's nothing like it. Go out for a walk, read a book, take a nap, eat some really good food. But whatever you're doing, just remember to enjoy it. Yeah? Okay. Now when it comes to work, my whole thing is we focus too much on money and the relation of money to work rather than working from a place of creating impact. Like I said, everything feels different for me now. Working in the field, working as a model in fashion. showing up to my friends' gigs, showing up to workshops. The energy just feels different now, knowing that we're approaching this from a place of impact than how much money we can make in the current time. Because you know the money is always going to come. The money is going to come if you put in as much effort in your belief system. Put in as much effort in your beliefs towards what you're doing. The money is always going to come. But when you're thinking from a place of impact, even as a model, I know the whole stereotype of a model working in fashion is you're vague, you're probably not the smartest, you're just working off your looks, the whole nine. But you know that's not you. So when you show up in these spaces, you just feel a lot better, a lot more lighthearted, because you're actually there to learn. You're being a student of the game. And for this session that you see right here, my partner and I showed up to our friend Lydia Hudgens' photo workshop. She was working with a few models for this particular day, and they got some really cool shots. We got to learn a few things about posing for female models, how to accentuate their figures, facial expressions, the whole nine. It was a really great class, very educational. She had a few models who had paid to come to the class and gain some knowledge. For me personally, it was the first time I'd ever been in a workshop like this for models to help facilitate what they were doing, to help them grow and gain some gems along the way. Now we know in the plus size industry, we really took a hit. The plus size industry took a huge hit over the last few years in the fashion industry. All the brands that used to claim to want to work with plus size models and the bigger models, bigger bodies, the whole nine, most of those brands have vanished into thin air. And now most of these bigger bodies, models who look like me, are without work. Honestly put, there's a lot of models that are not working right now, and a lot of bigger body influencers, prominent names and faces in the game. It's been very slow, so it's like during this time, there's no better endeavor to get yourself into, to surround yourself by, than just working on the craft and building yourself, and always still taking the pictures, always still trying your poses, still brushing up your talent, putting yourself out there and like just going for it still. No matter how slow things may seem, there's nothing like building still wherever you're at, wherever you're from. Just putting in that effort and making sure that you're still working on your craft and getting better. Because I promise you, it's going to definitely pick back up again. No matter how slow things may seem and how out of work you think you may be, things are going to pick back up. Or you can even go start your own brand and employ more plus size models. Wherever you plan to do, it's just better to still stay in the field rather than completely falling off. So when I say take your time to step away from it for a little bit, I'm not telling you to take your time and don't do it anymore. I'm just saying take some time away from it so that when you do come back to it, you can have a well thought out, well filled out plan, and you can really bring your full energy when you do come back into the field again. So during this time, I would encourage all of you plus size models, plus influencers, the big and tall boys, my brown models, I know they call it brown for some of the guys, to just take your time to still keep working on your craft Still keep having photo shoots. Still talk with other models. Go to workshops. Put yourself out there. No, I'm not really big on relationship advice, but I'm gonna tell you this much. We were all put on the face of this earth to love. I don't know much about life, but I know that much. We're all put here to love. So, if you're moving with love, you're doing something great. I wear my heart on my sleeves all the time, and I would never apologize for it. I just know it's much better doing this life thing with someone than doing it by yourself. Now, being someone that wears that heart on their sleeve, you may not say things the right way or the way that other people should intend to hear it. It may not always come off how you intended what you're saying. That's part of the tricks when you wear your heart on your sleeve. But I promise you, as long as your intentions are in the right place and you're moving with love, truly, you will be okay. And you will always make it out of that tunnel and you will see the light. If you're moving with love, and when you're moving with love, things are prone to get misconstrued at any given time. But when you're moving with love, trust me, you'll make it out okay. Because love is the major key, man. Love is the thing that binds us all together, that keeps us all connected as human beings. At least that's what I believe. I don't know about y'all, but that's what I believe. I believe that love is what keeps us all together, what keeps us connected. As soon as you no longer have love in your life, you see everything truly starts to go down the drain. So if you take anything from this video today, use your time intentionally. Don't just let time or life happen to you. Do that intentionally. And spread love. Not only because it's the Brooklyn way, but it's truly what keeps us all together, what keeps us all connected. Spread love. It's the Brooklyn way. And don't forget to take your time. Take your time. I love you and good night.
Dude, you said